Yes guys, it's me, your boy Nonny Vlogs. Yeah, this is going to be my last vlog for this summer holiday, yeah. So this vlog is going to be about a protest happening in a town, yeah, and it's about India occupied Kashmir. Yeah, it's all over the news about what's happening in Kashmir, stupid Indians, yeah. That's why there's going to be a protest in town today, so I'm on my way. So I'll speak to you in a bit. Peace.
We're going to chant another slogan which we have decided. It will be occupation no more. I will say occupation, you all will say no more. Occupation, 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 occupation. What do we want? What do we want? What do we want? What do we want?
I'd like to invite now to the furnace Hills front right side to say a few words. Thank you. To show the new Prime Minister who is boss, and the boss is the people, and you are they. Thank you.
Occupation! 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 What do we want?
All of you can say thank you to Sisters for Kashmir. It's right that sisters should have organized this event because it's women, it's sisters who suffer most in these type of circumstances. Rape, which is used as an instrument of war, but more importantly, where there's no food, there's no milk, there's no medicine in the house, it is our sisters in occupied Kashmir, it's our sisters in Srinagar, in Shopian and everywhere else who are suffering. But like you've heard, Paul and Jill have told you and other speakers have told you that there are thousands. My sister from Indian occupied Kashmir, who will be speaking later, she told me thousands of youth have been taken away from occupied Kashmir to somewhere nobody knows. And then I want to remind you the BBC's report 3 days ago, 2 days ago, which actually gives you account of torture, electrocution of young people, bruises and everything, which is all over on social media. And so it's time that the world, and I totally agree with the MPs, that our government needs to do more. I know we are not an imperial power anymore, but we are permanent members of Security Council and we have a responsibility to go and tell India that it cannot do that. In fact, when Paul and Jill and other colleagues in the House of Commons, when they raise questions, please ask the Foreign Secretary one thing, that let a UN, an independent observer group, to go and monitor the situation and report back to the Security Council. And all this, whether it is 370 or 35A, the special status, we need to concentrate on UN resolutions of 1948 and 49. A free, fair and impartial plebiscite is the only solution for Kashmir, so people can decide. No more excuses that President of the United States and our Prime Minister said this is a bilateral issue. This should be resolved according to Simla Agreement. Simla Agreement has nothing to do with Kashmir. It was to end the war in 1971. There's a line that says all outstanding issues will be resolved bilaterally. This is not an outstanding issue. This is a UN resolution, right of self-determination and the right of the Kashmiri people, that they should be given that right. And if Mr. Modi, the fascist, the butcher of Gujarat, if he has the confidence, he talks about this largest democracy in the world, then take your soldiers out. Let the people decide what they want. If they want to be with you, I have no objection. I just want to finish with one just reminder for all our, and I think that all of us together, we should thank our indigenous brothers and sisters who are here to support us. Because I want to remind you, when Adolf Hitler invaded countries, annexed countries like Austria, like Poland, like France and others, he also said that he was going to go and make their lives better because he didn't want their governments. This is exactly this annexation, this abrogation of this 370 and 35A. It means just like in Palestine, in occupied territories, and in fact it's the Israelis who have been advising Mr. Modi so they can have a demographic change and fill in all the extremist Hindus. Those RSS, I'm not talking about Hindus as general, but those who actually persecute Dalits, Sikhs, Christians, Muslims. You've seen lynching and those, the cow brigade that actually kill and maim those who cut up bodies that I don't want to describe because the children are here. You've seen it all. It is time Sheffield sends a clear message to the Foreign Secretary and the rest of the world. We want this stopping and we want the right of self-determination for the Kashmiri people.
Thank you very much. I'm going to invite... Our leaders went to the governor and he issued a statement saying nothing is going to happen, but let the tourists and yatris go out, pilgrims from Hindu pilgrimage, they come from pilgrimage to Kashmir, should be taken out of the valley because they have terrorist threats. And we helped them to be taken, and they were taken out of the valley. And governor himself said nothing is going to happen in the parliament, no bill will be passed. And in the morning, 8,000 troops were airlifted in Kashmir and we were put under siege. It was a complete betrayal, open betrayal for every Kashmiri in Kashmir. I belong to Indian occupied Kashmir. I have lived in India more than most of the Indians have lived there. And being in an educational environment, I have never ever felt so foreigner to the country of India. The faceless government put the parliament members, the leaders, the people we can plead to, the writers, the business officials, everyone under siege, under arrest. They have no knowledge where they have been taken, whether they are actually alive, whether they are under torture. There is no information. I can't communicate to my family. I have no idea where my future is heading, whether I can continue living here, what is going to happen next step. This is the uncertainty they have offered me, even though I have worked in their government for their defense, and yet I'm being told to go away to Pakistan just because I'm born in Kashmir. I don't understand what kind of justice is there. Who do I plead to? My leaders are under arrest. My family is under arrest. My people are under arrest, and I'm left alone as a wanderer. If my allegiance doesn't lie to Pakistan, my allegiance doesn't lie to India, to none of the nuclear powers, my allegiance lies to humanity. If as a human I stay quiet still now, and you stay quiet as now, I don't understand what it is to be a human at all. We should be all honest, like we have conscience, and we are just like roaming around like cattle, driven by just those fascist powers that are rising in the world. I plead to you all that we don't need help. We need you to stand up for injustice, say it's wrong, to use your conscience, not hang the laws. Thank you. Qazi, you can come forward now.
Came into the night, my son was sleeping. They all came with the guns around him, pulled him out of the bed. They all pointed the guns at him. Poor boy, they didn't even allow him to put on the slippers. And in the middle of the night he was taken. I don't know where he is now. Then another mother, they came in, they took my boy. I go every day on the streets. I roam the streets for the whole day. There is so much pain in my heart. Only the mother who has a child would understand. I am ill, and the only person who knew about my illness is my son. Where is he? So these are the mothers, these are the voices of the mothers from Kashmir. Where is justice? Where is humanity? Why are we, the people for humanity, so quiet? Then these two boys, two brothers, who were not protesters, who were not going out in procession, they were picked up during the night. Both the brothers were taken, tortured, electrocuted, and they said that because we fainted, to get us back into conscience, they would send electricity into our body so that we could feel the pain. The boys said, we begged, please shoot us, we can't bear it anymore. They were tortured so much and they were thrown in the houses. These were the boys who were not protesting. The towns have turned into ghost towns, the boys are gone. All the boys have been taken. I don't think it's 16,000, I think it's more. All of them have been taken out from Kashmir into the jails far away into India for the reason because they are asking
I know it's raining, but we've got a few more speakers. Is everybody still okay? This is the least we can do. Right, before I bring on the next speaker, I just want to say thank you.
Modi! Go back, Modi! Go back, Modi! Leave us in peace! This is our Kashmir. Leave us in peace. This is not about religion. This is not about your 35A where you can build up your empires. This is about human rights. This is about all the sister brothers, all the mothers who lost their children